All right. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Peace, love, and light. Excuse me. This is Venus. This is Venus here speaking. Most of you may know me as Ra Yvette. Woo! I don't even know where to start, you guys. I've been having so many conflicting thoughts, and little minor issues going on, within myself as well as, around me. And I can say one thing. I'm not going to be vague. I'm definitely going to be very clear about what I'm here to talk about. It's just been a lot of things, like I said, that's been on my mind, that I've been conflicted with, as well as a few minor situations that I'm going through, that I'm most definitely going to get through successfully. Anybody who knows me knows that I am a very spiritual person. I try to be as fair and honest as possible, transparent, however you want to call it. I was into pleasing people, and I did not realize that what I was doing was basically hurting myself ultimately, as far as my mental is concerned, and my emotional self, so with experience and time and the lessons and just being fed up and tired, you eventually learn whatever it is that's holding you back. So I'm definitely not here to put out a sad message or tell you some sob story. I'm just here to talk the real and the raw based on what I am learning. And like I said, I have some conflicting issues right now. And so I'm just going to go ahead and jump into it. I don't know if you guys was able to catch the podcast that I did last night. It was super random. I was in a bar. I just decided to get up and go to the bar. For the past couple of days, I've been really low as far as having energy physically to want to do anything. I was sleeping the days away. Just feeling uninspired and just searching myself and trying to find out, hey, what is it that you could be doing to better your situation right now? What are you doing right now? And I've been following my spiritual guides and my messages and, everything that's being revealed to me, the signs, everything. I've been paying attention, more closely to me, and especially to the way that I've been thinking. And so in doing that, I've also been able to observe the people that I have been around and the people that are still around me. And I am seeing the effect, or is it effect? I'm seeing the effect that these people has had on my life. And I am also seeing how I've allowed people to feel that they basically can stand over me. And so this is where the conflict comes in at, because I want to be very clear when I say this to you guys, because for number one, I definitely don't want someone else who is living right now and going through whatever they're going through to be victim of their situations. And so that's why I'm going to be speaking on stuff like this, and it's just going to be whenever I feel like it. It's not going to be a planned situation. So anywho, I want you to understand something. You cannot allow people to think that they can stand over you. Let me tell you why. I had two issues. The sunrise that just passed yesterday, however you want to call it. And y'all bear with me. I'm going to take my time with this, because I normally talk really fast trying to get all of my thoughts out, but I'm definitely going to take my time with this right here. This is important. So the first issue, and it's really not the first one, but the first one I'm going to tell you about was I got a call from a family member. And this was the day before yesterday. 2 sunrises ago, 2 moons ago. And I called the family member. Let me take that back. She was just on my mind, and some just said call her. And so one of the key things she said to me was, I was just talking about you, and I actually just called your name today in the house. And she told me it was around 3 or 4 o'clock. And she's like an hour behind me because I'm in Georgia and she's in another state. And she said, I told them somebody was messing with me, and I said, I'm gonna call Ray to come get you. And she said she called my name out. And so I told her, I said, you was on my mind earlier, because I didn't call her until later that evening. I said, you was on my mind earlier. I said, nah, I'm gonna go ahead and, get my son and do what our little running around, and then I'll just call her when I get back home and get settled. And so I said, I'm gonna just throw this out here just to see. I said, what time was it when you called me? I said, because I heard the call, that's why I called. I said, I always show up when I'm called on. She's like, oh, don't you start that stuff right there now. I done seen you on Facebook, and it went off into this basically. You practicing witchcraft and doing all that stuff, and but I'm glad you called, And I said, well, you ain't tell me what time was it when you called. And she said, well, it was around, 3 something. I said, oh, that's funny, because that's when I was getting ready to call you, but I just changed my mind. I decided I'll call you when I get home or whatever. I said, but it's so funny that you called me, you called my name, and you hit my mind, and I called you. And I was just trying to show her how deeply rooted and how well connected and how in sync I am with spirit, with what people call the higher power, with the universe, with the powers that be, that's unseen, with the source, with the energy. And she ain't want to, recognize it or whatever, or say anything. She didn't say anything negative on the phone. However, she still had a kind of drawback, she still said something in the lines of basically like, I ain't trying to hear that. You are not what you say that you are. Now watch this. I'm going somewhere with this. This same person is one of the family members when every time I ever went through any type of financial struggles, whether it be I lost a job and I needed to borrow money and she never really showed up, or whether it be I lost my place and I need somewhere to stay, me and my son hungry, it didn't matter. She never truly showed up for me. And I still gave her the benefit of the doubt, and I still love her with all my heart. And everything that I'm doing when it comes to this internal work and just being a servicer of my creation and knowing my calling and living in my purpose, regardless of what you see or you see I don't have, it doesn't matter. Regardless of what I say I done been through, regardless of how I feel, if I'm emotional, it does not matter. I'm true to this. I'm living this life. I'm not just making it up. I live it, I sleep it, I breathe it, I eat it. I'm telling you, I walk it, I talk it. It's in me. This is my calling, and this is who I am and what I am and what I'm here to do. And I know this now. And so it just went on. The conversation was, decent. I was proud of both of us because we were able to actually have a conversation as two women, as two adults, and ended on an agree to disagree type of note. So then I received a text message later on that I didn't notice. And in the text message, she was hitting me with verses from a book. I'm going to just say that. And I try to be calm. And I try to keep myself balanced. And I don't like for nobody to try to throw me off my square. But something, clarity came to me in that moment. Because of the things that I've been through and I've endured, and because I was in such a weak, low place, because I allowed my struggles and my experience to play on my mind, I didn't know how to handle myself during those time periods, when I was going through those seasons. I didn't know how to conduct myself. All I knew is that I need money, I need money, I need money. So I would put any situation that I was going through, anybody knows I'm not gonna lie, but I can exaggerate it. I can be very dramatic about it because I really need you to believe what I'm saying, and I need you to hear me, and I need you to take actions. See, that's the type of person I am. I'm not the type of person, I do a lot of talking, but I'm really about actions. And so, and I'm always giving people the benefit of the doubt, you know. So every time the opportunity presented itself for this person to be there for me, I would say out of 100 times, she may have showed up maybe 5. And so me, I will break my neck if I'm called on in any sort of manner where I can be of assistance, even if it's just a listening ear, even if it's, you know, money or whatever it is. If you call me and I'm available and it's not going to hurt me, and then sometimes it will hurt me, I will still be there for you, you know. Now, I can't, you know, I can't say that this person has called me and asked of anything amazing from me, you know, to where I really had to just show up and show out. I can't tell that lie, but what I will say is that I have done a lot of things for this person that goes unrecognized and that this person would never do for me. Prime example, I let her carry my son on her taxes, and I'm gonna just leave it at that. Did I receive the money that I was supposed to receive? No. Now, if it would have been the situation reversed and I would have asked to carry anybody in you know, that's her dependence, it would not have happened. If I would have asked for a social security number, a birth certificate, or anything, it would not have happened, and I know this in my heart, but that's okay. So y'all, I'm going somewhere with this because basically what I'm telling you is this right here. You give people like that more power. You give them authority in your life. You let them see that you are weak-minded and that you are able to be played with when you allow these type of situations to continuously exist and to continuously happen and manifest over and over and over and over and over. Because of the things that I have done, because of my weaknesses, because of my not having the right understanding and the strength and the courage to go through what I was going through. Even though I went through it alone, physically and financially, I went through it alone, besides the blessings that was, you know, along the way, not from her. But to make a long story short, when you draw other people into the things that you're going through instead of just going through your season and taking that time to reflect and taking that time to build your understanding and just, you can question why, however, to not just be so loud about it, to just be silent and to just feel whatever it is that you need to feel and to cry and get it out and go through whatever it is that you have to go through and learn your lesson. And then just, you know, you find whatever way that you can to heal yourself, heal yourselves along the way, the best way that you know how. And you live, and you live the best that you can, and you live one day at a time. You take one step at a time. You solve one problem at a time. You know what I'm saying? You don't let yourself get flustered and frustrated and just in such of an uproar until you just lashing out and you just calling everybody and you just pouring your heart out and you just begging and you just telling everybody your story and hoping that somebody will help, when I'm learning nobody's here to save you. You can only save yourself. Nobody's here to feel sorry for you. We can have empathy for people, but we're not here to feel sorry for you. But what I'm saying to you is this right here. People with a lack of understanding and who has not had their own spiritual, personal revelations, those are not the people that you need to be trying to lean on. I don't care if it's family. I don't care if it's blood, first cousin, husband, wife, best friend since way back, 4 flats on the Cadillac. You don't need to share that information with those people, because those people are going to take it and they're going to twist it. And no matter how hard you work to prove and to show to them that you are who you say you are, that you handle business the way that you say you handle business, to say that you are a virtuous woman, a spiritual woman, that you done changed, it does not matter. Let me tell you something. People with a lack of understanding who still have this slave mentality, and I mean no disrespect, who are still sheeps in this world who are still brainwashed and who are still caught up in religion and these beliefs that this system has set up for us, those people will not understand you, and no matter what you do, they will not respect you. And I'm gonna tell you the main reason